Hey, Grant Davis here. Sorry about the glare on the glasses. There's not. This is one of those times I can't. Sometimes I try to take them off, but this time I can't actually take them off for you. So I gotta. So I'm gonna show you something. Crisis management. You don't think about crisis management. I know I don't think about it. Except we had this virus, right? That's a crisis to me. That's a crisis. What is? And we've got a great download for you. So here I'm gonna try to just show you the download. So forgive me if I'm kind of off a little bit because I gotta look at the download while we go, but this download is for you. It's free. It's crisis management, a guide to crisis management. It's just what it is. It kind of helps you understand what it is. But rather than just make you read all this 28 pages, let me just get to the heart of what it's going to talk about. So what is a crisis? A crisis is something outside of our normal. We have our normal business stuff, you know. I'm sorry, I'm trying to bounce around to get my face right here because this is different than how I video normally. But a crisis is something that we didn't plan for. We're a business owner. We have our plans, and here's our plans, and all of a sudden this happens, or this happens over here or here, and it's just not planned for. And so really what we've tried to do here with this crisis management download for you is to try to help out. And so just bear with me just a little bit as I go down a little bit. And so it's going to talk about, you know, what is a crisis, the importance of management and crisis management. And it's good to read. But here we go, types of crisis. You got organizational crisis. Well, first off, up here it does talk about human, you know, that's number one. We want to make sure our people and customers are okay. But there's an organizational crisis. It talks about things like product recall, etc. An environmental crisis, floods, earthquakes, hurricanes. Personal crisis, workplace violence, financial drop in demand for our company products and services. Okay, so a lot of us plan, but do we plan for that? I plan to be successful. Hey, this is my home office still. I'm still sheltering at home. We don't open up for another month, although we're all working remotely. We're an essential business. So we never really shut down, but we just moved everything home for everybody, for all of our things. So that was my grandmother's grandma clock is what that is. That's in my little office here that I'm at home. So anyway, thank you for hanging with me here. I get the mouse back on the right screen. I got all kinds of screens too. Oh, by the way, this hawk is really cool. That is an actual hawk picture. I was just taking a break and I looked up. We have a bird feeder and obviously a bird bath. And that hawk stopped at our bird bath and I actually got a picture of it. So it's become my background. So anyway, so crisis management, it's important you make a team. And it's not a lot, but you know, sometimes if you don't do things, if you do it ahead of time, this is my point to everybody, is if we do this ahead of time and you get this done before you have the crisis, you're so much better off. Because I've been doing insurance for 41 years. I forget how many years I ran my own company. I know Matthew runs the company because I'm almost 60 and it's time to, you know, get the young blood in there, right? So he's doing great. But I had a lot of crises and I can honestly tell you I didn't plan for any of them. I just had to dig in and work through them. And because I hadn't planned or thought about them, it did cause stress. And I think as I read this, I was thinking, man, I wish I would have had that. You know, I wish I would have thought this or that because it would have taken care of a little bit of my stress. I don't think I'd have been so stressed out. So yeah, your crisis team leader is important. You got to get a spokesman, and these could be the same people. It could be you. It could be somebody. But and then what are they going to do? You know, what's their job duties, right? Legal counsel. Who's your attorney? You know, do that in advance. Figure out who it's going to be. Because I can tell you what. Having worked with attorneys and consulted with attorneys and done everything you can imagine with an attorney, you know, that's legal anyway, there's a broad spectrum of attorneys and they specialize. They're very specialist. The guy that does my our family trust and wills and stuff like that, real specialist. And then we get into litigation, they've got somebody else in their firm and then somebody else. So it's important that you get that figured out. I think that's one of really someone, and also I know it's expensive to just even say hello to an attorney, right? But you need someone to at least talk to and bounce your ideas off of, especially depending on your crisis, because you've got, if it's a human resource crisis, you got to talk to a human resource attorney. I mean, so you got these things to do, but that's why that attorney becomes really important. Um, Support staff, who's going to help with what and how it's going to work. And then it comes on, we got to talk about identify and consider communication channels, customers, employees, their families, the media. Have you thought about the media when you have a crisis? What are you going to say? Okay, you got to support your business, the general public, company management, directors, board members, government organizations and regulators, suppliers. All of this really happened. If you think about this virus we just had, didn't this all just really just happen to all of us? All of us. I mean, crisis management, I'm working from home. I mean, that's crisis management. I got to say, I'm really impressed with I was just impressed with our company. Just the way, Matt had it. I think it was 1 or 2 days. I think I'll give it 2 days. Okay, so within 2 days of the time this happened, the decision was made that although we're essential, it's important because a lot of our people have kids and such, so it's important that our people can work from home. I know it was no longer, well, I gotta get my numbers in the right place here, the camera's backward, no longer than 2 days, okay? No longer than 2 days, he had everybody working from home. Everybody was working from home. And I have a home office already, so I was already a little lucky, and I had the flu the week before, and so I was gonna work from home anyway because I didn't want to spread the flu. And so I've been here, I don't know how many months now. Oh my goodness, it's been a long time, but that's crisis management, right? Isn't that crisis management? And then we come, there's just all kinds. So then you've got your levels. Okay, so you've got normal, and minor is an incident. So the reason I'm going to point out incident is I have clients that are going to see this, and I'm big on incident reports. So if something's going on in your business, just someone fell or got hurt or some little minor thing happened, there's an incident report you fill out, and you can send it to us. You should send it to your insurance broker. The insurance broker then decides, hey, it's just an incident, it's not a claim, but it might be a claim. And then we keep track of that to make sure, because if turns into a claim and you didn't report it on time, you don't have any insurance. So there's a lot of little tricky little things in insurance. So incident report, to me, as I read through this, to present this to you, I thought, wow, that's some good stuff in there, okay? And then potentially critical, really, normal operations is the only thing you would not just give to your insurance broker. Now you need an insurance broker that's not just giving you a quote every year too, by the way. You get an insurance broker, oh, here's your quote. That's not the insurance broker I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone like GDI, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to make it a commercial, but bottom line is that's normal operations. As soon as you get to minor incident, you need to be reporting that to us. Just let us know. And there's an incident report. And if you don't have one, we'll give you one. It's easy. It's just a little one pager, real quick. Keeps track though of who's there, what happened, how it happened. Now we start to go to potential critical. Besides all of this, what they're missing is this has got to go to your insurance broker because we got to know about these things, okay? Crisis warning, level 3, level 4, okay, all of these things we should be involved in and we should know about them. And here's the other problem that you have is some of these are going to turn into insurance claims, right? Some aren't and some are. The ones that turn into claims affect what you pay in your insurance premiums. So my point being is that if you want to keep your rates efficient, here's your risk, here's your rates. If you want to keep them efficient, you got to push down that risk. Well, when you have a claim, it seems like your risk goes up. Not really, no. Because what is the mitigation? So I've had all kinds of claims with clients, and it's like every time you have a claim, we have to look and see, do we have a loss mitigation for that? And then when we submit your account next year, we say, hey, look, this is why this isn't going to happen again. And usually what I have found is a good indemnity, sorry about the glasses, a good indemnity and a hold harmless agreement with the proper insurance requirements in there and the right additional insured forms, not one, but two form numbers, and the right addition dates. I mean, all of this, see, saying, oh, name me as an additional insured, that doesn't get it. There's so many additional insureds, you're not going to get what you want. You got to get it right. So my point is, I'm on to mitigating, but mitigating means making sure the claim doesn't happen again if we can. Sometimes we can't help it. Earthquakes and things, we can't help that kind of stuff. But anyway, this is all worth this just really tells you stakeholder who's involved, what levels, what's going to go on. This is just worth reading. I mean, I would read this and I would take this and implement this inside of your business. And I just want to say thank you so much. And sorry, I know I'm doing this from home, but it just seemed like this guy. It was just a cool picture. Anyway, it just seemed like this was worth getting out to you really fast, especially since we're in the middle of a crisis, right? Hey, good luck, and I hope this helps.